What's up guys, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and this is going to be a bit of a different video. In this video, I'm going to answer the question that I get asked a lot, and that is, Saf, how do you always travel first to business class? Right, so firstly, why would you want to travel business class? Well, when you travel as much as I do, traveling is no longer fun. Especially when you look like this with a beard. You know what I mean? Now, traveling so much has an effect on you both physically as well as mentally. I've really done my back in over the years. And traveling for work is very different to when you go on vacation. You don't really get much time to adjust. It's pretty much full on. So traveling business class just makes the whole process a little bit easier. So what do you get when traveling first to business class? Well, it varies, but generally speaking, you'll get priority boarding and early check-in. You'll get lounge access like we have here with food.
And they have baked beans. Perfect for breakfast.
And most importantly, a lay flat seat. Now this varies from airline to airline and also from plane to plane. Today I'm flying with United Polaris on one of their newer planes, which has a pretty decent business class, but sometimes if you get on one of the older planes, it's not so great. But generally speaking, what this allows is for you to get lots of work done. Time is money after all. And if you do have an overnight flight or something, then it'll allow you to hopefully get some sleep. So when you do get to your destination, then you are much more fresh than you would have been if you were sitting right at the back in economy. So now that you know the what and the why, let's talk about the how. To clarify, I don't always travel first to business class, it's just most of the time. And before I ever did, I must have done hundreds of economy flights. Now, how do I do it? Well, there's two main ways. The first one, to steal a line from my friend Casey Neistat, when somebody else is paying, always travel first class. Okay, I know this is easier said than done and it doesn't apply to everybody, but generally speaking, if a brand really wants to work with you and really wants you at their event, they'll be more than happy to fly you out first class. What you have to understand is lots of brands have partnerships with airlines purely because of the amount of tickets that they buy with them. And for them, generally, it's not that much of a big deal because they do get business class tickets at a discounted price. Now, of course, this isn't always the case. Lots of brands can't fly you business class, and a lot of times you have to buy your own flights. And for this, there's a hack that applies to everybody, and that's frequent flyer programs. So in a nutshell, pretty much all airlines will have a frequent flyer program where they'll reward frequent flyers. So the more you fly with them, the more status that you'll get, or status as you Americans like to say. Generally speaking, you'll have a bronze, a silver, a gold, and a platinum. And the higher you are, the more chances you have of being upgraded. A lot of the times, this can just happen automatically. If you're on a quiet flight and the airline wants to reward you because of your loyalty, then they might just upgrade you. But if not, then you can generally use your air miles or points that you've collected over time to upgrade yourself. Sometimes you have to pay a small fee, but that fee is much lower than if you were to buy a business class ticket outright. Now, because I travel so much, I actually have high status with a couple of different airlines. And if I am traveling economy, I'll generally use my air miles or points to upgrade myself. So how can you do this? Well, firstly, you do have to travel a lot. And if you do travel a lot, my advice would be is to find an airline that you like and then stick with it. The more points that you collect with that airline, the quicker you're gonna move up the ranks and the more benefits and perks you'll get with that particular airline. And that's how I travel business or first class most of the time. I hope you enjoyed this different video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me. And definitely let me know in the comments below what you thought of this type of video and if you want to see more like it. If you want to see loads more content here on the channel, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of it. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time. So loud in airports, seriously. Hello? Won't need it today. You can do it tomorrow, please. Okay, thank you, bye. Hotels, honestly.